All right, let's go. We are live, about to be live on Instagram, and let's go. You're in store for something real good here. All right, let's do this. So, my name is Vince Perri. Welcome to my Friday Live. Every single Friday, I come live and I come with you a lot of energy and just ready to rock and roll because ultimately I have a mission. And my mission is to make an impact. My mission is to make an impact on as many lives as possible. Why is that? Well, because quite frankly, I've been through a lot of crap, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and I know a lot of you have as well. But the thing is that I've got an opportunity with a platform to try to do whatever I can to take the lessons that I've learned in my life, in my personal life, and in my business life, and share my learning experiences with you because a lot of you guys are actually going through a lot of the same things or maybe even worse. But at the end of the day, it's really all about the proper mindset that you set towards to properly continuing to move on because let's face it, life goes on, life doesn't stop, it keeps rolling. Whether you're going to be on that ship or not, it will continue to go. So again, my name is Vince Perri. I'm owner of Elite Resolutions, a public adjusting firm. I'm also owner of the Commercial Claims Advocate, which is basically a public adjusting coaching and consulting group. We've got an amazing mastermind that I talked about in my live today that's making a huge impact on a lot of public adjusters, really trying to sort of survive this weird little wave of public adjusting that's making it sort of very difficult for us to actually be successful. But we've got some really cool things that we're teaching on that mastermind to really help the public adjusters go next level. So that's what I'm here for. I'm also a certified and licensed business broker where I really specialize in helping entrepreneurs and business owners really build a business that they can sell. Because my thing that I always say is that a business that you can sell is a great business to own. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Although we might get a little bit into that today. Today, like I said, it's all about Friday Live is all about making an impact on those who are taking the time in your day, 11:30 a.m. on a Friday, to watch me. Just take the time to watch me here, and I really appreciate that. And I want you to know that if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling stuck, just sort of in a task mode where everything is task, and I got to do this and I got to do that, and you get something what I call scatterbrain. Scatterbrain is basically when you've got so many things going on in your personal life, in your business life, in your work, in everything that you've got. It's just you've got so many things going on. What happens is you sort of freeze and you cannot make a decision. Very difficult to make a decision. Or when you do make a decision, you forget even what the decision was. Or when there are things that you actually have to get done and you have to accomplish, you just ultimately forget about them because you got too many things going on in your mind. I want you to know if that's something that's happening to you, that's very normal and it's okay. It's okay for that. You just have to learn how to control it. You have to really learn how to just sort of manage it because everybody's going through the same thing. I always said one of the best businesses that you could own right now is probably like a therapy clinic, a psychiatrist clinic, because with all the social media, with everything going on technologically wise, and then also your business, there's just way too many things going on for you to just focus on one thing. And then if you're also trying to grow a business, you're trying to scale a business, you're trying to do whatever you can, it becomes way too much. So take it from me. What I want you to know is that what I've been through basically is I hit rock bottom. I'll tell you my story really quick. 2023, 2024, I literally hit rock bottom. What we were doing is we were scaling the public adjusting firm. We had two hurricanes that hit basically 2 years in a row. I think it was 2 years in a row, almost back to back. And it was a flood of claims. And everyone would think like that's the greatest thing that could ever happen. You got all these claims coming in and everything is great. You've got systems and processes put in place. You've got people that you've hired to really take over the load and everything going on with that. But then what happens is it just becomes overwhelming. It becomes too much. And if you don't do it properly, if you don't scale the right way from the bottom up, not from the top down, it can become overwhelming to a point where you could either have just way too much expenses, way too much overhead going on, where in the claims life, you don't have an idea of when you're going to get paid and you don't really know how much you're going to get paid. So if you're a public adjuster and you're watching this live, I want you to know that if you are stuck on the old business model of signing claims and just waiting to get your contingency, I'm going to tell you right now, you're never going to reach your full potential. I hate to break it to you. If you want to know how you can actually take that business and scale it and potentially sell it one day, you're going to have to think of some different things. Two of those things are going to be, number one, you need to come up with a product. That's right. You need to find a way to take your service and turn it into a product. And then you also have to find a way to come up with a subscription model, something where your clients are going to actually pay you per month, per quarter, per year for you to come back out to do something, or you provide some kind of service where you know that there's going to be residual income coming in. If you do not do that, if you strictly rely on option number 3, which is the old style business format of just signing a claim, signing it on contingency, fighting with the insurance company, doing all the work and not getting any money up front and not getting any money until the claim is paid, you might succeed for a while because, quite frankly, probably 99% of the 99% of the public adjusting firms, that's how they run their company. But you're not going to be able to scale to a point where you're going to be able to free yourself up from the business. It's going to be very difficult for you to rely on cash flow that you cannot count on. This is something that I'm preaching on, especially, and I've got a format, we've got a model, we've got a framework on exactly how to do that. But you need to think about actually doing this, because if you do not do that with any business, this is any business at all, if you do not have a productized service, if you do not have a subscription model in place, ultimately you're going to just hit a limit where you can't take it anymore. And especially in public adjusting, where you're working strictly on contingency, and it's very difficult to predict cash flow. If you can't predict cash flow, you cannot actually scale, make the proper decisions to take your business to the next level. So anyway, that's what I want to tell you. But also, when I'm talking about just the overall vision of having an idea for not only your business, but also for your life, it removes scatterbrain as well. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the things that really, really helped me the most important thing that has relieved an ultimate amount of stress, that has relieved an ultimate amount of responsibilities and to-dos and tasks and everything, is actually by starting with the end in mind. Literally starting with the end. It's all about having the vision. You need to have a vision of your ideal life. You need to have a vision of what everything looks like if you were to accomplish all of these goals that you have set for yourself. If you have a list of things that you want to get done, what does it actually look like when it's all said and done? By the way, guys, I want you to comment. I would love for you to go ahead and comment, like, and do all those fun things so that we could really get up on the algorithm so we can have more people watching, because I'm telling you, what I'm going to share with you right now is going to ultimately, I'm just praying that all it does is just spark a little thing in your brain that says, wow, that makes sense. I'm going to implement that. And it starts with the vision. Like, I cannot tell you how much of a difference this has made in my life. It literally went from rock bottom, almost going bankrupt, almost going broke, like completely. What up, Mike? Just like literally losing everything. Mike knows my story. Where you just, what the hell do you do? And I remember my wife comes to me. I'm going to get personal right now. My wife comes to me and something had happened in regards to, I literally basically lost. I think it was like $7,500 in my Venmo account because I kept it there and then it got hacked. And I told my wife about it, and she looked at me with this face of disgust. And she's like, you and I are having issues. We need to go see a therapist. And I looked at her and I said, no, we don't need to see a therapist. I need to see a therapist. And it was a real game-changing thing. And then with that, along came hiring the right business coach to really put things into place. And what I realized is that pretty much everything, there's systems and processes and sales and marketing tactics that you need to have and strategies that you need to have in place in order for you to be successful. Yes, that's by far very, very important. But what's even more important than all of that is the actual mindset that you have. And I know you hear it and you see it all the time, motivational videos on social media and this and that and everything else. But there is one common theme when it comes to every successful person that you see out there, whether it be successful monetarily and they're multimillionaires, or they just have just a peace of mind and just an understanding and a pleasantry about them and a good energy about them, that they're just sick, living a good life and they're happy. It doesn't mean that you have to have multiple millions and millions of dollars. It's having the proper mindset, having the proper positive mindset that you already know everything's going to work out. You already know, you're convinced, you're already expecting everything to just turn out the way that you want it to turn out. And then when you have all of that already set, and you already know that it's all going to be great, and you're going to achieve all of your wildest dreams. Because I'll tell you, everybody that's watching right now, I know you guys are all very, very hard workers. You guys are all in it. You're in the grind. You're doing everything that you can. I want you to know, and I want you to understand, I'm going to tell you right now, everything's going to turn out fine. Everything is going to be fine. I promise you. Now, can it all be lost in 1 second? Absolutely. Yes, it can. But having that understanding also should tell you that you need to live your life for today. So I go back to the framework of the vision. Have the vision in place. What is the vision? It's your ideal life. You need to sit down and you need to write down in your phone. The best thing that you can do is put it in your notes. Okay. And just write down in the present tense not even the ideal life. I actually want to stop using that term ideal because I feel like ideal is not enough. Like the ultimate life. What is the ultimate life that you want for you and for your family? What does the house look like? How big is the house? What does the door look like? What is the paint on the walls? What is the color of the paint on the walls? What are the floors? Is it wood flooring? Is it tile flooring? What does the pool look like? Is it an infinity pool? What kind of tile does the pool have? Do you have an outdoor kitchen? Are you in front of the water? Is it a tile roof? Is it a shingle roof? Like really, really get in with what that house looks like. What kind of car do you have? What color is it? Is it leather interior? What kind of vacation house? Where is it? In what country? Like, think about all the most amazing, and you can be as superficial as possible. That's what's beautiful. That's what's beautiful about it, is you can visualize whatever the hell you want ultimately. What do you want your child to look like, or what kind of energy do you want him to have? And what do you want for your wife as well? What kind of success do you want? Write it all down. Put it all down, okay? And read it. Don't just write it down once and then don't do it. Read it. Read it every morning and read it every night. I'm actually listening to Think and Grow Rich again. It's a great little listen while you're working out, while you're going to run, or whatever it is. And Napoleon Hill even says, write down this thing, write it all down, make it as crystal clear as possible that you could actually see it, close your eyes, and get in it. Okay? I talk about in a video on YouTube, SDE, sense it, desire it, expect it. It starts with sensing it. When you write this thing down, close your eyes and really feel it. Really touch it. You could hear it. You could taste it. You could smell it. All of those things. Sense it, desire it, expect. Then obviously desire it. What you desire for yourself, you want to desire for others. And then is the most important, is just expect that it's going to happen. Once you've got the vision in place, and once you've already expected it's going to happen, it turns everything that you do on a daily basis not to a task, not to something that you have to do. It turns everything that you do on a daily basis just things that you're doing to get you towards the ultimate life, which for me has reduced my stress levels tremendously. I did a practice with my team at the beginning of the year to come up with one word that they wanted for 2025. My word that I came up with was impactful. Every day I'm asking myself, probably 10 times a day, am I being impactful? And if the answer is yes, I'm good. I'm on my way to my ultimate life. I've got a list of 10 to 12 goals. I actually rearranged them a little bit, added a few, took away some that I had already accomplished in this year. And I read those every day. And as long as the things that I do on a daily basis let's just get this thing off. As long as the things that I'm doing on a daily basis are things that get me towards my ultimate life, then it doesn't matter. I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, we're just so stuck on having to do something. Have you ever caught yourself not doing anything and then feel like you just have to go ahead and you just start thinking of things that you have to do? You got to stop that, because you don't always have to do those things. Sometimes it's okay to sit back and just do nothing. Sit back and review your goals. Sit back and scroll social media for a few minutes. And don't let what you see on social media also impact how you're feeling. That's something that I fell into a lot back when I was at my low, was I was so emotionally influenced by all these other people that are doing all of these big things that I wasn't there yet. That's not If you already know you're going to get there, if you're already expecting you're going to get there, then it doesn't matter because you already know everything that you're doing is just getting you to that ultimate life. It really calms you down in a way where when you read your goals, when you read your ultimate life, it just honestly makes everything just a little bit more just calming because you're already expecting it and you already know you're going to get there. So SDE is very important. Sense it, desire it, expect it. Have the vision in mind. Have it already just there, just sitting there, and read it 3 times a day. Again, if I could recommend, just read Think and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill talks about it. You guys want to say all you want about the woo-woo manifestation stuff and closing your eyes, and my friends make fun of me all the time about it, but it's the one common theme that I see from every multi-billionaire or every successful person that is just living an ideal and calm and chill life without any of the anxiety and any of the stress that a lot of us go through, is the fact that they manifest. They just envision exactly what they really want for their lives, because what it does, it's like a calming effect that just helps you get through the entire day without really being overstressed. Because if you don't do that, what you start to experience is the famous thing that everybody calls is burnout. And I used to burn out all the time. Not all the time, but at least a couple times a year. It's just like, I'm burnt out. And I know all of you guys have experienced burnout. I can tell you in 2 years, I have not experienced a single thing of burnout. And I have worked harder over the last 2 years than I have for my entire life. But everything is just going towards the ultimate life that I can't wait, that is coming. And that is coming to me every single day, by the way. Like these goals, I'm like checking them off almost on a monthly basis. We're getting there. I already know that we're getting there. I already know that we're going to be there. I still have to make very strategic decisions. I still have to make strategic implementations into my businesses to make sure that we're doing the right thing. We're going to try some things that aren't going to work. Sure, that's okay too. But just understand, if you already know, I already know what this mastermind is going to look like. I already know what Commercial Clay is going to look like. I already have everything, the whole roadmap set for the business brokering that you guys don't even know about. We got the product. We've got the subscription model. Like it's all modeled out. It's all ready to go. And I know the exact path of what we're going to do to get there. And I know what it looks like when it's all said and done. So I'm okay because I know we're going to get there. Have the end result in mind. Like I cannot tell you how important that is having the end result in mind, because the subconscious, right? Like I talk about this all the time, is making sure that the subconscious is like literally, you have to hit the subconscious. We're always in our conscious. Okay. Now, when we go to sleep at night, we actually tap into the subconscious. So Napoleon Hill says, by reading your goals and reading your ideal story or your ultimate story before you go to sleep, you tap into the subconscious. And then when you wake up and you come out of all of that, the first thing that you do is you feed that conscious the story again, and you start to live it. Because that is another key, is starting to actually live it. Live as if, I'm looking at my vision board right now, which by the way, I have it on my wallpaper. I'm looking at my vision board right now. I got a $10 million check. I got a $1 million check. Actually, I got a $10 million account balance, a $1 million account balance, personal account balance. I've even put my name on it. My purple Porsche, baby. Porsche 911. Yeah, that's going to happen pretty soon. And yeah, literally you live in it. Like you already have that $10 million. Like you already have the purple Porsche. Like you already have all of those things that you desire. And it just really makes a huge impact on how you live on a daily basis, because quite frankly, set your goals high. Jim Rohn says, set your goals and set them high. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make is setting your goals too low. You can never set your goals too high, but you could definitely set your goals too low. Why? People put too much pressure on themselves to actually accomplish a lot of the goals that they set out. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. That only happens when you set your goals too low. If you set your goals like super freaking high, where people give you that stank face where they're just like, that's impossible. What kind of goal is that? Understand that when you set that goal that high and you continue every single day, and the actions that you take and the decisions that you make to get you towards that ultimate crazy, ridiculous goal that people give you a stank face about, you become a different person. I tell mastermind group and people on my team all the time, it's not so much the goal that you set and having to accomplish that goal. It's the person that you become on your way to that goal. That's really what it's all about. But if you don't have the goal set, or if that goal is not set large enough, or you don't have that crazy, amazing, ultimate story in life that you're living already written out, if you don't have it, then what are you becoming except just somebody like the normal thing that doesn't change anything at all? So one thing that I've been really focusing on since I've become a business broker is really helping entrepreneurs and business owners understand the importance of literally building their business as if they're going to sell it. I said this already. A business that you can sell is a great business to own. It's the same idea. What does your business look like when it's ready to sell? When your business is ready to sell, basically what it looks like is there's a product that's flying off the shelves because your sales team is selling it all the time. There is a subscription model put in place that your sales team is also pitching and giving you the consistent revenue that you need. You've got predictable cash flow that's coming into your business for you to continue to invest back into your business to grow it. And then you've got an ultimate model in there where you're getting paid maybe the contingency, where you're getting paid the high ticket offer, high ticket value, where you're getting paid the big dollar amount that your salespeople could ultimately nurture to ultimately sell that. You've got an operations person put in place, you've got a marketing person put in place, you've got a sales team already in place, and you've got everything so that the business can actually continue to grow without you. It's what we've done with Commercial Claims Advocate, where we've got this team in place that they all know the roles, they all know what they're doing. And my really number one responsibility right now is to come into this to give you the energy that I need or that you need to ultimately take your game to the next level. Continue to be out there to try to really expand the brand of Vince Perri so that you guys understand everything that we're doing underneath. But it's putting everything in place so that you can do it. And also when you are starting a business, and we're now getting into the business brokering, and all of that's getting put into place ahead of time. But I will tell you, it's because of hitting rock bottom, and it's because of the countless amounts of mistakes that I have made over the years that I have learned, and then now also getting the proper therapy and the proper coaching to understand, okay, wait, all right, that wasn't right. I didn't do that right. But now I'm a new person and I can understand this is how we implement this. This is how we implement that. Mistakes are okay because that's what you learn from. Man, you want to avoid them because they get really painful. They get really, really painful if you start making too many of them. Because if you start making too many of them, then it hurts. Then it hurts. But it still all goes back to just having that vision already put in place. Because if you start to veer off a little bit, you go back, you read that vision, and you get right back on place. Because one thing that I've been noticing in just a lot of conversations that I've been having with people is the scatterbrain, is the overwhelmness, is the burnout. You know, again, it's something that's, you see on social media all the time, but it's fucking true. Like, it's pretty alive and well. You see it all the time. All right. I'm here to tell you to not get discouraged. I'm here to tell you to take a step back, sit down, gather yourself, and just write it down or read through it. I've changed my calendar. We've got a video on YouTube about blocking calendar, and I've actually adjusted some of my blocks. I always work out in the morning, take my kid, get my personal time here with my kid, get him ready to school, take him to school, come back, get all my meetings in, then I pick him up from school. Sometimes I pick him up, sometimes I don't. Talked to my mother-in-law yesterday. I said, hey, you're going to pick him up every single day, and if I want to pick him up or you can't pick him up, let me know. So I took it out of my calendar, and I rearranged my calendar. I'm now working out in the afternoon, so I'll be going to the gym after this. And in the morning, I'm still waking up at the same time. 5:30 is when I wake up, having a quick little breakfast and going into the office and not necessarily working, but growing. I focus for an hour and a half on thinking time or learning something new. So I'm either going to read a book, watch some kind of new course or new lesson, or I'm going to sit down with my notepad, think of the proper question that I need solved, and just spend an hour and a half thinking time. Have you guys ever done that? There is a great book. It's called The Road Less Stupid. Okay. I think I have it here. No, pretty sure I did, but I guess not. Can't remember who the author is. The Road Less Stupid. He talks about thinking time. Tells you exactly how to do it too, and gives you a bunch of good questions at the end of every chapter on the thinking time questions that you want. You write the question at the top of the notebook and you just start answering it. And like bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. I put headphones on and I put a focus playlist that I like on Spotify. And I'm just there, just focus. And the strategies that I've come up with just over the past week are pretty sick, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I've now dedicated now, so from 5:30 to 6, I wake up, eat quick breakfast, and then from 6 to 7:15, 6 to 7:30, I'm just alone time, focus time, learning time. That's all I'm doing. Then I go back to getting my kid ready. Then I've got about 2 hour slot where I'm working, meetings, whatever it is, lunch real quick, and then gym for an hour and a half. After gym, now that I don't have to pick up my kid, I come back and I work again for another 2 hours. By then, I see my kid 5 or 6 o'clock, and we're doing the personal time again. I am so excited about this because I've been trying to find a way to really get that focus time, that thinking time, that just learning time, that just working on yourself. Jim Rohn talks about it all the time. The fastest way to success is just honestly working on yourself and making yourself better and really growing. The best way to be a good leader is to lead yourself first. That's the most important person that you need to lead is yourself. So having time to focus on yourself every day, for me, it's going to be a game changer. And I'm looking forward to see what this little twist, what this little change in my schedule, how it's going to impact everything else in my life. I'm very excited. I know that it's going to impact, I just know it's going to impact it very, very well. So that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I just wanted to come in hot. I wanted to come in impactful. I am a little sick, but it doesn't matter. I want to come in ready to go. This live is going to be every single Friday, no matter what, at 11:30. If you want any more information on me or anything at all, like literally just hit me a direct message on Instagram is the best place, but you could also hit me a direct message on Facebook as well. But I want you guys to make sure, like I cannot tell you how important it is to just have the end in mind, have the sight already set, have it just done, written out as if it's already happened. It relieves a lot of your stress and you will not have burnout ever again. Like it seems like a simple fix, but if you don't take the time to actually sit down and write out your story, my story's long, man. It's probably a couple pages and I read it every single day. I could just show you, could do a little scroll up here. And I mean, it's pretty long and it's okay. It's called The Life I've Created. And like, it's like, I got a whole scroll like that. So, um, I actually had it down. I've been reading the same one for a while and I actually rewrote it, took a couple things out. You do what you want. It's actually kind of a fun exercise because it really puts you in a nice place. And by reading it every day, it puts you in a very nice positive state that's just really nice. So make sure that you have the vision in mind. Make sure that you have it all set. The site is clear. The site is set. It's ready to go. And it makes everything that you do on a daily basis just steps towards that amazing and ultimate life. But you got to sit down and you actually have to do it. You have to write it down and write down those goals. So that's all I got. That's all I got. I can't think of anything else. The takeaways, have a clear vision. Make sure that you write your story. In regards to your business, if you're in a service business, especially we normally have public adjusters that are watching here, you better think about productizing your business. Productize the claim package, productize the narration, productize the estimate, productize your photo report, productize something and fucking sell it. Start generating some cash flow. Subscription model. You could go visit potential clients and just say, hey, look, I'm going to come here every 3 months to do an inspection and throw a review of your house and review your policy. I'm going to do it every 6 months. I'm going to do it every year. You're going to pay like $10 a month or whatever, $100 a month. You guys got to figure it out and get some subscription money coming into your business. Because if you keep relying on just signing claims and the insurance company continues to give you a hard time on how you're going to settle those claims and when you're going to settle those claims and for how much you're going to settle those claims, you never could predict anything. You cannot make decisions to scale your business if you have no idea of the money that's going to be coming into your business. That's just my thoughts, and we've got a model for it and we break it in a framework and we break it all down in the mastermind and we discuss it and all that stuff. If you guys want any information on that, let me know. If you got a business that you want to buy or sell, let me know. At the end of the day, I am a businessman and this is marketing and this is what we do. So I'm happy to help you guys in anything that you need, or if you just want a connection. I got a lot of connections, and I could probably help you with that as well. What do we got here? Tasks don't drain you, lack of vision does. Impact doesn't happen when you're busy, it happens when you're intentional. Your business should run like a machine, and your mission should lead like a movement. I like it. All right, guys, we'll end it there. Thank you for coming on the live. We'll see you next Friday at 11:30 a.m. sharp. Let's go. Let's end live stream.